of will and ethics, shall we say, to do this. And I don't think you have the full combination of will and ethics to slow down appropriately to let society catch up. Okay, so that's my hypothesis around this, because we've never seen it before. If they slow down, what stops anybody else from not slowing down, and why would anybody else slow down, right? Because if people are going to see this,
there may be some rooms that we're not in. So far be it from me to argue that a slowdown is possible after all of these months. But I do think there is a scenario where a coordinated, maybe not a slowdown, but just greater centralized coordination is possible. And that is, we're seeing 3 frontier labs IPO over the next few months. The scenario is they all voluntarily allow the U.S. government to take golden share type stakes in them. And then the U.S. government functions as a central coordinating mechanism for the finish line, whatever the finish line looks like, of recursive self-improvement. Some may view it as an unlikely scenario.
Recursive self-improvement means that the AIs get better on their own.
It would take a superhuman effort of will and ethics, shall we say, to do this.
Via equity, via golden shares, for some sort of coordinated finish line.
I would go even stronger.
Hold on, I would say a couple more things. As someone who feels a bit libertarian, it makes me nervous when government is overseeing anything, because this gets politicized so quickly, and what do you do then? But the broader question I have here is, if you can't, this will spark a need, which may be the other topic for the next question, and I'll let you decide, Peter. But this means we have to reconfigure humanity like now. We can't wait. And for example, nation states can't navigate this in the same way that nation states can't stop climate change, right? So we're going to have to create a completely new governance model. And you see that with Starlink breaking sovereignty across every country in the world, and on one person deciding who gets to have access to what. So this is going to cause that breakage, and we have to figure that thing out. I was hoping we'd have a few years to figure this out, because we're organizing for that, but it seems like, of course, everything is happening now, as you said. Every science fiction.
That's why I'm insinuating that basically everything may happen all at once. We may get the first elements of UBI or UBE. I think latter is probably more likely. At the same time as a quasi-nationalization of the frontier labs via golden shares. At the same time that recursive self-improvement goes through the roof. At the same time as ...
By the way, I know that you're busy, and sometimes these episodes run long, and you don't have time to listen to the whole episode, or if on occasion you miss an episode. I now put out a moonshot summary on Substack, which we didn't see these kind of relationship agreements coming out of the summit last month. So I think, let's slow down. It's the right thing to do, knowing full well that, full steam ahead.
I think that's why the paper specifically brings up, kind of awkwardly, the intermediate range nuclear missile deal that the U.S. and the Soviet Union cut right around the time of right after the Cuban Missile Crisis, which you also would have said that's impossible. Like, there's no way that the U.S. and the Soviet Union, in the middle of the worst arms race in history, are going to agree on anything. But faced with global annihilation, they did agree to remove what was inevitably going to cause some kind of an accidental conflict, and they both backed off, and it put the world on a trajectory of a long, long period of peace and prosperity. And so I think Dario 100% believes the impossible is possible, because if you look at his life, 5 years ago, he was a starving research guy in a lab. 5 years later, he's on the eve of a $1.8 trillion value company, a multi-hundred billionaire, and he can speed dial pretty much any world leader. So with that amount of change in his world in that short a period of time, do you think he's thinking, impossible to get together with China, impossible for all the AI labs to work together? No, he's thinking the opposite. Now, also, you have to think that, of all the people in these positions, so Elon and Sam and Dario and Dennis, Dario is unique in that, remember when we had our X Prize meeting at OpenAI, and we're proposing all these things that would make the world better?
So, welcome to the live.
We're going to look at 7 strange things that actually...
Looking at my feed. And seeing what's up over here on this end of the world. I usually go live on TikTok, and I'm usually playing my guitar but I'm not right now. And I enjoy music. I'm a musician. Enjoy science. I'm a physics enthusiast. And I'm just enjoying life. So hopefully y'all enjoy chilling with me too. Because I'm looking for some friends, man. I need some friends. Not necessarily friends, but people on the wavelength of humanity. Let's be on the humanity. You feel me? Smooth. Sounds good. This drummer, I've just started seeing him recently. He's awesome. Always wearing a nice tight suit, like tight. So it sounds like a blues. Yeah. They don't ever get no love. Become a millionaire in 2026. Start teaching. Everybody start teaching if you want to be a millionaire. Why are they talking about this? I watch a lot.
Another banger video. Hey, go grab y'all some water, whatever it is y'all doing. Y'all watch my videos, man. Come and rock with y'all. Boy, also, if you're not sure you join that membership, I'm telling y'all, I'm giving y'all real life value. I literally just started a whole, you know what? Nah,
he didn't start a whole new YouTube
You've got
thing where you can learn how to YouTube, and I'm gonna show you how to YouTube so you can YouTube.
Nah, that's for the membership. Listen, if you want to know how to grow on YouTube, I'm putting out real game over there. I'm telling you, the stuff that I'm putting out over there, people, they be charging thousands of dollars for.
Yeah, what you need.
So if you really want to grow on YouTube, watch them.
What you need to do is go on YouTube and Google how to YouTube and do what they do too.
Videos. The 3 videos I put up is really the only videos you need. Seriously, that's all you need. But what's going on? But I'm definitely gonna upload more.
No, but for he's cool. I like him.
Also, there's other perks only the members know. You know what I mean? Then also additional content. You know what I mean? But hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all for too much longer, fam. Let's get into the video.
Let go.
Guys, I'm so freaked out right now. Me and my husband moved into a new property about 2 years ago, and I know that I've looked around this property a bunch of times. Well, 2 months ago, I was cleaning up like little plastic crap, and look what I see by the side of my deck. That doesn't make any sense. It was all these steak knives, and they were buried handle down, like propping up the side of our deck. They looked super old, like they were there for a very long time. But I'm like, how did I miss this? I've definitely been outside in the last 2 years. I actually cleaned up crap around my deck before. I forget how many there were, but it was definitely like 8 or 9 or something like that. So right now, I'm doing the same shit. I'm cleaning up around my deck. And I know the last time we looked, because we were like, how are there knives here? How are there knives here? I'm at the same spot, and look what I see. Like, why, tell me why, is there a knife? Why is there a knife? Why is there a knife jutting out? And I'm telling you, the other knives were right here, and I spent a while looking to figure out why there were knives sticking up handle first. So I would not have missed that. Like, my heart is racing right now. Why is there a knife just sticking out? I mean, like, guys, I'm so freaked.
That's very weird though. Why would somebody just put knives in your yard, just around your yard? That's very weird.
Story time, I don't with going to sleep with rain music no more. So this a regular night, I'm typing in rain music. All of a sudden, I guess I keep getting recommended this same YouTube page. And I kept noticing it every time I went to sleep. The next morning I'll wake up and it was a bad dream. Like, I did some crazy shit, like evil shit. You feel me? So this happens one night, right? I said, whatever. I'm like, maybe I just had a bad dream. It was crazy. The second night, I do the same thing. I guess it was by the same content creator. I go to sleep and I wake up, the next day, to like a scary dream or a nightmare type. It was weird, bro. But I'm just thinking this is all.
Alright, I'm gonna pause this because this was a test anyway. See how it feels, how it looks.